Hey, this is Linda Larson Schlitz, and I am really excited to be here tonight to talk to you about this whole creative thing and what we can do with it. I believe that we were all created for a purpose, and we've all got skills, talents, abilities, and experiences that really can change the life of other people if we're willing to use them. So that's the key. Are you willing to use what God has given you to benefit others? So, how do you go about doing this? How do you identify it? That's kind of the key. And that's what I want to talk to you about tonight and share with you some of my observations of the things that I've learned over the years. Some of the things was one of the first paintings that I did with a lady who actually did our women's Bible study, and I just really loved learning this. This is what I looked at a postcard and I painted it. And then somebody taught me how to do this. Well, I've been doing this ever since I was a little girl. I'd go pick dandelions and make flower arrangements for my mom. So I've got all that kind of stuff. Then I decided to start painting on saws. So I started doing this, and you probably can't see, but I've got sparkles, so the snow actually sparkles. And then I work with veterans, so I started doing these on saws. And you kind of move along with whatever comes about, and there's so much to learn and do. Now we've got the opportunity. If you've never done anything creative, making masks is one way you can make money these days that don't take it doesn't take much time. It doesn't take a lot of energy and effort, and so we'll talk a little bit more about that. But I want to share my screen with you here and show you some of the things that have made a difference to me over the years, and how hopefully I can help you. That is my goal, would be to help you. So this is one of the things that I want to do. This is my purpose in life, is to help you leave your legacy of hope. And I really believe that there's a therapeutic and a financial benefit to using your God-given creativity if you choose. Now, this picture that you're looking at, first time I had ever done anything like this. It is the coolest thing. And I just did a web post today, a blog that gives you the link to the guy that taught me how to do this. I watched him on YouTube. This is nothing but different sized covers, from like a cottage cheese container, from a little olive jar, and then spray paint. That's it. The whole thing is made with different size lids and spray paint. It's just an amazing thing to do. And you can find information on my website, lindalarsonschlitz.com. But, I started out creative growing up, right? I now have two books out, The Ditzy Blonde Faucet and Speak to Me God, I'm Listening. And I have them as in part through the last 30 years that I've been a counselor. I have been a social worker and a professional counselor for 30 years. And then I went into working with people who were unemployed and had substance abuse, mental illness, and I've worked with kids. But throughout my entire career, my passion has been to help people figure out what God has them on this earth for, and how to help them do what they love and make money doing it so they can do it all the time. I call myself a professional butt-ectomologist, if you've never heard that term. There are other people that have coined that term, I later found out. But a buttectomy is helping people remove the butt from their vocabulary so they quit making excuses like, but I don't know how to do art, but I'm not creative enough, but I don't have time, but I can't afford it. Whatever excuse you have, it's not good enough. It's not good enough, because you're cheating God of the gift he's given you to use, and you're cheating all the people that would love to see you use that gift. My work with the last 30 years has been with kids and families, the chronically mentally ill, chemically dependent, homeless, ex-cons, and veterans. And each one of these groups has brought a special dynamic gift of talents and amazing creativity that I have found in people of all types that deserve an opportunity to provide help, to get the opportunity to do the praise and the encouragement. That's my definition of hope. Help, opportunity, praise, and encouragement. That's what I've gotten from people over the years. That's what I want to offer anybody that comes through my door or through my portal or through my telephone. I want to be able to help. Because God gave me those opportunities to be a faucet of hope, I had opportunity to be on every major network out there and in every major newspaper around here, which in turn gave me the chance to help others get their gift out there as well as getting mine out there. That's what I have to offer you. So if you are on this, listening to this, please consider working with me in some capacity so that I can help you to become the best you can be, because you never know who might notice. I was blessed with the Athena Award, and my husband and I got the Red Cross Hometown Hero of the Year Award because we just did this work with other people. And I mean, what a great opportunity. I even got commendations from the governor of Wisconsin for being an example for other Wisconsinites to follow, in part because I could see what other people couldn't see in what the governor called the less fortunate. Now the buzzword is marginalized. I love that word. So I am one of those marginalized people because I have a chronic mental illness and previously chemically dependent. So those are things, and I'm divorced, and I got a lot of other things that people may consider me being marginalized. But you know what? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Our perception of ourself is usually our biggest problem, which is where the buts come in. And that's what I'm here to do, is to help you overcome that. So first off, we have to define what is creativity. A lot of people don't know that they even have it. They don't know that they can draw or paint or sculpt because they've never tried it. Or maybe when they did try it, their art teacher compared them to a massively gifted person who was great at drawing people. Maybe you're not great. I'm not great at drawing people, but I love doing landscapes. Like this one. I think this one's pretty good. This one the first one that I showed you. Um, I think it's pretty good. Other people like it. People buy my landscapes, but they probably wouldn't buy my people because I'm not very good at drawing people. I don't want to draw people. I have no passion to draw people. So there's the problem. You've got to identify, what do you love to do? And then that's what you have to hone your skill in that area. So whatever it is, figure it out. If you don't know, take some classes, go online, watch Bob Rossi, follow him. Look up the guy with the paint cans. There's just so many things you can learn. Crafts, woodworking, sewing, knitting, candles. These are what I call crafts. If you look around you, folks, everything you see has been created by someone. You're sitting on a chair that somebody designed, and used to, back in the day before we had all these fancy machines, they hand carved this stuff. Woodworking. What are you wearing? Somebody came up with the pattern. Somebody came up with the material. Somebody came up with how to put it together and the sizes. Somebody did that. Somebody who was creative. The knitted things, the candles that you're looking at, everything hanging on your walls, your flooring, everything was created by somebody with the gift of creativity. And it was a gift that they did not come up with. They were given some natural ability that they hopefully did the right thing, and they honed that gift and that talent. If they haven't, they need to. Music is another one. Some of us are naturally gifted, some not so much. I play guitar and sing. I am not someone that could win The Voice or America's Got Talent. But what I have done is I've written music. I've shared it with people, and people have been blessed. My granddaughter, bless her heart, she is such a sweetheart. She messaged me a couple months ago and said, Grandma, will you record the songs that you used to sing to me when I was little? Because I can't sleep. And when I remember those songs, it always put me to sleep. So here she is, going to be 20 years old, and she's asking me to sing my songs. It probably won't it has put other people to sleep. That boring. But what a blessing that it touched her. So you can't judge how good you are. You've got to let other people do that. Writing, we all have a book in us, and many of us have zillions of books, an endless books. Think of songs, you guys. Listen, have you ever listened to some of the songs out there these days? People that are making millions of dollars singing 2 words in a song. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, all the way back to the Beatles. It does not take a lot to write a good song, but the best songs are usually poetry. If you listen to rap music, it's always poetry. It is how somebody feels, and they figured out how to make it rhyme. And then it became a best-selling hit song. So why not you? Why can't you do it? If you don't know how to make things rhyme, let me know. It's a gift I have. I'm really good at writing poetry and writing songs. So you want to write songs? You think you got a song in you? Let me know. I'll try and help you with that. Speaking becomes a way that you make everything else come to life. Some people are gifted with being able to talk in front of others. Other people, they cannot get up in front of someone. But you know what's great about this type of thing? Nobody can see you. A lot of people are good talkers. They can sit down and talk your ear off, but they don't like getting up in front of people. The blessing of this world we're in now is you don't ever have to see another soul. You can go on free conference calling and do everything on there, and nobody ever sees you. They don't even know what you look like. They don't even need to know your name, and you can bless the world with what you say. So in order to figure out if the gifts that you've been given are really what you should be doing, is how does it make you feel when you do it? I just got a little sewing machine because I thought, you know what? I can do these little things. I used to sew a lot. I don't like sewing anymore. It's too tedious. It takes too much time. I like things that I can do fast and see a really quick result. And some of this is just too tedious for me. So it doesn't spark joy. And what does that mean? Marie Kondo came up with that word, and I love it because she teaches you how to clean your house and get rid of stuff that doesn't spark joy. And boy, I'll tell you, there is not much in my house, to be honest, or my wardrobe that sparks joy. So I should have a very blank house, but I don't. And part of that is I know what I have in this house doesn't spark joy for me, but it will spark joy for someone else. So it's time for me to do what I'm telling you guys to do and start getting my stuff out there so that it can be a blessing to other people. How do other people feel when they see it or hear it? If you're singing or if you're, creating something. When we were little, even now, if you're cheap like me, you make cards instead of going out and spending $5. Can you believe a card is $5? Somebody makes those cards, folks. Somebody writes the stuff on there. They take the pictures that are on there and they put it together. Why not you? Why aren't you making cards? I got a whole drawer full of old cards for ideas and little things that you could make your own cards very easily on Canva, and I'll show you how to do that, and sell them, because somebody makes money doing everything that we order online or go into a store and buy. Somebody does it. So open your mind to what do other people feel when they see your stuff, when they hear you sing or play guitar or whatever. How do they feel? do they not feel great because you haven't honed your skill yet and you just need to get better? If you feel really good doing that thing, but you know you need to get better at it, then practice. That's what it takes. How do you feel when you're creating it? If you're writing song or if you're making something, how do you feel? Do you feel great about it, or is it tedious and boring? And then that's not what you should be doing. You need to figure out, what do you love to do? What makes you feel good? It's usually the kind of things we do when we don't have to. Now, some people never got into doing crafts. They haven't learned, they haven't found that thing that they're like, whoa, this is pretty cool. I'm really good at that, because they've never tried it. So then they just sit and watch TV all day. And that's just not cool. That's not right. That's not healthy. Granted, there's things you can do that can be healthy and creative, but I want people to feel a sense of joy, a sense of relaxation, a sense of, oh man, I love doing this. Oh my gosh, it's midnight. I had no idea. I've been doing this and I love doing this. That's the kind of thing you should be doing. And then think about, you do it even if you didn't get paid for it, but how cool would it be if you got paid to do it? Wouldn't that be cool? And what do we need to do to get you to that point? And I say we, because nobody sells anything without somebody else's help. Nothing ever gets created. Nothing, like the faucet, as a faucet, we all are like faucets of hope, offering help and opportunity and praise and encouragement to others. But a faucet doesn't just jump off the wheel. Somebody designs it, somebody then fabricates it, and then somebody else packs it up, and somebody else gets it to the store, and then we go and buy it, and then somebody else has to put it in the ground or in the sink, and then hook it up and get it to the water and then turn it on. The faucet can't turn itself on. Somebody else has to do that. And it is that water. The whole purpose is so that somebody gets that joy when they get that glass of water. And it truly is life-saving, like other things are for us. For me, I don't know about you guys, women, men, whoever's listening, kids, but music is huge for me. If I get depressed, or if I get down, or I'm feeling bad about myself, music can pull me out of it. Whether I'm writing my own or whether I'm listening to other people, those people put something on that piece of paper and put it to music that changed me. It saved me. It got me out of the mess I was in. I didn't commit suicide because somebody wrote something down that God's got a plan for me, and it's a good plan for future and a hope. Jeremiah 29 says that. And somebody put it on a piece of paper, and then somebody else told me about it because I didn't know that was there. And it changed my life, and it gave me the hope to be here today, 44 years later, doing what I'm doing. So think about your feelings and how it changes you, and how other people's creation changes you. So what are we willing to do to change, to be able to do it more often? My goal has always been to do what I love to do and get paid to do it. And for the majority of my life, I have done that. I've always been a counselor. Even when I was a waitress, I was a counselor. People would come in and they'd be upset, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? You look really sad today. Can I pray for you? And then, so that gave me a clue about what I should be doing. When I am praying for my customers in a restaurant because they're all upset about something, that gave me a clue that I should probably go into a field where I could be helping people feel better about themselves and give them hope. So that's what I've been doing now for the last 30 years. So where can we get help to learn or improve? So you've got this gift, but you don't know how to do it. You don't know if it's good enough. You know it's not good enough. But how can you improve? Everything I have done since I quit my job 6 years ago, I've learned on YouTube. I swear to you, I have learned it on YouTube. Everything I fix around my house, I have learned on YouTube or from people somewhere else that I've met on the internet. It is amazing. You can take instrument and voice lessons on YouTube. So if you're playing guitar, I'm on the worship team, and we have got this incredible program called the Worship Initiative, where you can go on there and any instrument that you would have, it teaches you exactly how to play that particular song on that particular instrument. And with every vocal part there's 4 different ways, bass, soprano, whatever you want to sing, you can learn that. It is amazing what they have on the internet. So you can take lessons to learn this skill, to hone this skill, to learn a new skill. You can take writing classes for any genre. If you want to write Christian fiction, whatever that is, there is that out there. Whatever it is you want to do, you can take a writing class to learn that. You can learn how to paint. And there is another program that is unbelievable that it's Author Wizard, it's called. And if you are interested in that, oh my gosh, that's incredible. So let's say you wanted to do a press release to tell everybody about this art show that you're having. You can go on this program and just type in keywords. It writes the whole press release for you. You can write a book with this thing. Unbelievable. It's just crazy. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll give you the link. But wow, it's a crazy cool thing. There's so much out there that can help you. So whether you're learning how to paint, draw, make jewelry, clothing, masks, virtually anything, so whatever kind of mask you want to make, you can make that with this. And if you haven't seen the masks I just made using Canva, I'm going to show you that, because some of the tools that I want to show you how to use them to be creative, it's just amazing. So you can also use the web to network and find other people that are doing what you want to do, or that are already doing it, that you can network with. Just use a keyword and type in painting saws. I posted this on my webpage today on my most recent blog, so you can get some of that information. I posted 2 of the videos that I love, including the one that I learned how to paint that stellar thing in the beginning of the program here, as well as some of the saws. I had those on there. So there's a lot of things that you can do. Now, about writing. So studies show that over 80% of us have a book in us, that we want to write a book, but only 5% of people actually do. Why? Because they don't have hope. They don't have the help. They don't have the opportunity, the praise, and the encouragement. Writing a book is not an easy task for a lot of people. You may have it in your head, but how do you get it out of your head onto a piece of paper and make it sound good and use the correct, verbiage? Some of that is why this guy came up with this incredible program on that I'll send you, because I don't have it on here. The Author Wizard, amazing, just an amazing thing. But let me show you how I got my second book published. It is a 365-day recovery book for people in the 12-step recovery program. If you're not, it doesn't matter, because you're going to learn from it. It brings in Bible verses. It brings in my struggle for the day, what it is, what scripture verse I found that helped me, and then what I prayed about to deal with that situation. And then I listened to what God had to say. And I just said, God, tell me what you want me to do about this. God, what do you want me to do about this talent that I have? And then I would just listen to what God had to say. And it was pretty amazing, actually, how God spoke to me in 365 times as I wrote this book. I had literally been writing this book, folks, for 10, 20 years that I had been doing these meditations. But last April, a year ago, I ran across Carrie Oberbrunner, who used to be a pastor in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And he had all kinds of issues that he shares in his books. He was depressed. He used to cut himself. He had all kinds of problems, but he rose above those and decided he wanted to help people figure out their purpose and then how to help them generate money doing what they love. So here is what he came up with this, and I took this challenge. 6-figure author, 5-day challenge. Yeah, 6 figures in my dreams. Right now, it is still in my dreams. I am not making 6 figures yet, but I am a lot closer today than I was 6 years ago. I'm a lot closer today than I was a year ago because I started with Carrie last April writing my book. I had like 90 of the 365 meditations done. I finished starting in April and I finished it August 31st. I wrote the entire 365-day book in that amount of time. So if you poke your head into this and take this 5-day challenge for free, you will have a sense of, yeah, is this something you want to do? Is this something you have a knack at? Is this something that really might give you an opportunity to leave your legacy? Please join this and use my link because you'll get a really good discount if you decide to eventually publish your book through Author Academy Elite. It's an amazing, amazing company. So I would do that. Here's one of the coolest things I've come across, and I wish somebody would have told me about this a long time ago. Canva. This is a free program. I pay a little bit to get a higher level, but you can do all of these things for free. It is just amazing. What it offers is templates to do anything. So if you want to do a post on Facebook, this formats it for you. If you've ever tried to do a Facebook cover page and it keeps giving you that you have to have this many pixels, drives me crazy. This is all formatted. So any of these things are all formatted. You can do brochures and newsletters and business cards, your website headers, lesson plans, worksheets. It is just so cool what you can do on there. All of these different things it'll teach you. They have got, here's all the designs that I did. That one I was just putzing with, but okay, so this is one that I did that I was going to use as a background to my workshop today. So this is what I put on here. And if I wanted to make it even more cool and animate it, all I have to do is click this link that says animate, and I can have it tumble in, or I can have it pop up like that, or I can have it show up like that. All you have to do, and then you just save it and you can pass it on, and it'll look like you have hired some massively cool person to make this really great graphic for your stuff. They have got pictures of a zillion different things. One cool thing I did was I made masks. I made my own mask because I decided I didn't want to do that. So I did my own thing. I gotta find them on here. I decided I was just going to make my own cool masks, and so that's what I did. I found a place that made the masks. I designed the masks, and then I just uploaded this picture. So these will be in the mail this week. This too shall pass, the coronavirus. I made all different kinds of colorful ones, and I'm excited because they're going to be here in the mail probably tomorrow, and then I will have them out for sale. So you don't have to be painting something in your house to be creative. You can create so many different things online, which is what I've done. A lot of the things that pictures that I've taken, I do a lot of photography, and we all do a lot of photography. Go take some pictures of just the sunset or whatever, and then you can make things like this on it. You know, these are all my own photography that I've done on here. My book, the front cover of my book was done on a using this picture right here. I did the front cover of my book. These are all designs that I have made and cool stuff that I've done. That I just used my own material. Some of it I got from here, but other stuff was done here. The header for my workshop or for my Facebook page, everything I've done. If you look at anything that is on my website, anything that's on my Facebook, I created it, most of it on Canva. So it's really a pretty amazing tool that you can use. So I would really encourage you to consider Canva. Just go and mess around on there. If you want to do email, you know, set up a neat email program, GetResponse is, I mean, there's MailChimp and there's lots of them. I have tested them all, and I like GetResponse the best because they've got a university training program, they call it. So you go on there and you can take a course that teaches you how to get followers, how to set up your free WordPress website. It's just really a very good tool, and it puts all this stuff together. So if you sign up for any of my email lists, I've done everything on GetResponse, and it's all automated. I set it up and it just does its own thing. It's really cool. Another cool thing is Audacity. This is a program where you can record stuff and edit recordings. That's pretty easy. This is another, I absolutely love this. I got to show you Buzzsprout. A lot of people think that they can't talk, and maybe you don't like talking in front of people, and that's fine. But perhaps you really enjoy talking. Maybe you really are a good talker. So Buzzsprout gives you the opportunity to do a podcast. So let's say all you do is you got your phone, okay? You sign into free conference calls, and you have your friend call in there, and you have a little discussion on free conference call. It's free. You can download it to your phone. You can do this whole thing on your phone, and then all you have to do is upload a new episode like it says here. It will go on here. You name it, it goes on here, and then it puts it together. You just have to create your picture. This picture I did, let me go to my website. I created this picture online on Canva that I just showed you, because they've got a thing on there for creating your podcast art. So I did that on there. And here now I have a podcast. And so you could do a podcast on how to paint on saws, how to do whatever you want it to do, but you could sell your material on this podcast and then direct them to your Facebook page to connect up with you. It's just, folks, the opportunities are limitless for you to get your stuff out there. I want to help you. But look at how beautiful this web page is. It didn't take anything. I did not have to do it. It's all free. This is all free. Speak to Me God webcast. You can go and get it on my webpage, but that took a whole lot more effort to put it on a webpage. This, it's free. And it goes to Spotify and Google Podcast and Apple Podcast. And I think it goes to 10 different places that you can send it to for free. So there we have it. Another really awesome thing that you can do. So Acuity scheduling is where I schedule my appointments. It's another thing that only costs like 10 bucks. It's just a really great tool. I have coaching that I do for free. Okay, I would love to talk to anybody that has gotten a hold of this. I'd love to talk to you to help you get to the next level of whatever it is you're doing. So I also am doing a introductory price for new members who might want to join my Gallery of Hope Legacy member. It's $9.99 a month. Okay, what is that? 2 cups of coffee if you go through Starbucks. 2 cups of coffee, and what I'm going to do is I'll give you your free coaching session to start with. I'm going to have monthly videos. You will get exclusive content that nobody else is going to see. I've got a private discussion group that I just put together called Our Gallery of Hope Members. I think that's what it's called. I haven't even launched it yet because I'm saving it for people who join this group. And you will be welcome to sell your art in that private group. If you want to post your art on there and tell people how they can buy it from you, I am fine with that. Until you do something shady or you don't ship it out or whatever, then you're out of the group. Or if there's any negativity. This is going to be a positive, help one another, get our stuff out to the world where you can share your story. And I will put it on there. I also have another website that I started called Our Gallery of Hope. And what I'm going to turn that into is a feature page for each artist, and each artist will be able to have a whole page of their things that then we can redirect to whatever platform you're using. I mean, a lot of people are doing a page on Facebook through the marketplace and selling all their stuff on there. So if you don't know how to do any of this and you're overwhelmed and going, oh my God, I don't know where to start, call me, please. Set up a session and go to that. You can just click on this and go to the legacy member thing, or go to my website and go to coaching, and you will be able to actually on this last page here set up the free coaching with me. It is just lindalarsenschlitz.com, why coaching. The link is right here under Hope Coaching. This will tell you a little bit about me. Then all you have to do is go here, click on register, and there it is. It'll give you times that you can set up time to come and see me, and this will be virtually, so we'll meet online. We can either do this kind of thing on Zoom, or we can meet on Facebook video, or we can talk on the phone, whatever you want to do, but I want to help you. So please give me an opportunity to be a faucet of hope to you so that you can be a faucet of hope to others. So this is Linda Larsen Schlitz. I am with the Faucet of Hope, and it's getting dark out now. It was sunny when I started, but I am really excited that to become a part of your life and to help you leave your legacy. So be looking forward to hearing from you, and hopefully it's soon. God bless.